Hello, everyone. This is Corey Good. I am here to give everyone a mission update. A lot of people know that over the last 5 or 6 years, I had delivered a whole lot of information, disclosures about the programs, secret space programs, the history of the world, a lot of different esoteric information that ended up being tied to everything. And as most of y'all know, all of my television shows on Gaia were censored, just like I predicted. A lot of my stuff would be censored around the time of drip drip disclosure, which we're going through right now. We lost our Facebook channel. It was hacked. One by one, all of the platforms that had all of my information were taken away. It's been pretty crazy. I've had a brutal fight to get my information protected and out there. A lot of people know about it way more than I would like. It's been a very public battle, unfortunately. But, all of this has forced me to shift my mission. I have to now find another way to deliver all the information I delivered in Cosmic Disclosure, at the events I went to, and all of the information I put out. Since it's been hidden, stolen, and reverbed and changed and all of that, I'm using the entertainment industry and the paranormal part of the entertainment industry to really start to put my information out there. Not only are we going to put out all of the information that I did on Cosmic Disclosure and in my 2 documentaries in upcoming projects, but over this last decade, my understanding of what we're dealing with, this non-human intelligence, it has evolved. And I've learned by working with people, speaking with people, not working, at certain universities and military groups that are studying the phenomenon. I've learned quite a bit more about what it is we're dealing with. And it's not as much aliens and galactic federations and all of that as we had believed. There's a huge interdimensional and even spiritual component to some of it. It's much more bizarre than any of the truths we've come up with. And for me to be able to deliver more information than I've ever been able to deliver before, of course, I'm going to have to dress a lot of it up and put it out as sci-fi and in video games and books, to where people are absorbing it in a way to where they don't feel like they have to be skeptical, and they just absorb the information. So a lot of people have been writing in. They're a little confused. They're expecting me to give Blue Avian updates and Shar updates. All of that information I've already put out. A lot of it has been censored and taken down, I do understand. So we're going to find other ways to put it out. So I'm going to get all of that information out again. But, and I do have military briefings. I do get, not like the ones I used to, but I find out interesting information every once in a while. When I do, I will do a report. But I'm not going to, chase these people down for information to give you guys, every few weeks or whatever. I lost a lot of trust in these people, and only when it's really important information and when it's been verified in a few places will I give an update on Ascension Works TV, most likely, but we're starting to do a lot more on YouTube and on X. We'll be doing live broadcasts here and there, and I will give updates when I hear new intel. For the most part, it's turned into everything I warned you guys about: fake whistleblowers, drip disclosures from the government, them teasing us with big reveals. We're in that period right now. People like me are, as I said would happen, are back on the back shelf for a while. We will be back out front. But there's a big battle for disclosure going on. Y'all know about. We talked about it 5-7 years ago. All of the people that were in charge of keeping the secrets, all of the people that were running organizations to discredit people like you and me, are now on TV, in front of Congress, writing books, on podcasts all over the place, putting out the controlled narrative. So that is what's happening right now. And then we're hearing all of this super fantastic stuff from the LARPer groups about Three Eye Atlas and Galactic Federations and all of these other things. There's a whole operation going on that I'm going to expose several layers of what's been going on in the disclosure movement, why we can't get traction, why we can't get disclosure. And it has to do with a lot of infiltration and control going on by different groups, of course. But we're going to kind of dive deeper into what has happened in some of our upcoming projects. So, wow, that's a pretty big change, right? I'm not coming out, I'm not giving updates, or not really updates. I give updates, but I'm not giving mission reports or briefings really anymore. Here and there, as I get important ones, I will. But my focus is on retelling my story that I told in Cosmic Disclosure through different mediums, preparing people for what is to come, and doing so through the entertainment industry. That's where God is opening up all sorts of inroads. 5-6 years, we couldn't get anything to happen. We had a few things greenlit, and then things would happen, mergers or whatever in the background that would destroy them. And during that time, I made a lot of contacts. I have access to a lot of infrastructure, multiple companies that want to distribute our unscripted and scripted projects, access to incredible production companies who have access to all the big networks. We can pitch anywhere. So now, like what I did on Cosmic Disclosure, that show went viral. A lot of people say, that show woke them up, and I'm very happy about that. But now I'm ready to take it to the next level. And I really need your help. If you guys have supported me in the past and have understood my mission, please understand my new direction and mission. I still want to have the same effect on the mass consciousness, wake people up, but also want to protect people from what a lot of this non-human intelligence is, the negative side. It is very tricky, and it has a long history on this planet, and it makes appearances in a lot of religious texts from all over the planet as our adversary and as a evil force, and it exists. So I'm going to be educating people as much as I can on that, about the MyLab gate programs and Project Moonshadow. All of these projects, I'm going to put more and more information out. A lot of people are starting to have memories. Just because you're in the GATE project or one of these other projects doesn't mean you're in the secret space program. I don't know why people make that leap. People were used in all sorts of ways. So we're going to be covering that. So as I was asking, please support our new projects coming out. We're really going to make a big difference. We're taking this type of information that has been available to many in the community worldwide now. So hopefully all of this will go viral like it did last time. If you guys support us, you can help us awaken millions of people possibly, and have them realize that what we're being shown isn't really what is real. Reality is being tightly controlled. And through entertainment, video games, books, films. That's how people have been controlled and manipulated for decades. And our plan is to use that infrastructure to awaken people to understand that there's a broader spiritual part of this world that they need to be aware of, to understand the adversarial dark force and how to navigate through these times of disclosure. So our project right now, we would love you to support our project right now, 20 and Back Project Moonshadow. It's a web novel and going to be a printed novel. It's going to be manga, color manga illustrated, which is really big with the IPs right now. It could really help us grow in a couple of different ways. We're very strategic in how we're doing everything. It's not haphazard. 20 and Back Project Moonshadow. It's going to be a little over 80 chapters or episodes, they call it in webcomics. I'm going to lay out quite a bit about human history, about the secret space program, and about a little bit about what this non-human intelligence is. We're going to talk about the pre-Adamites who came from Mars and the exploded planet. It's going to be quite a bit of disclosure just in this first book. So please go to our Kickstarter campaign and pre-order the book today. If you go down in the description, we'll leave a link. But if you go to Kickstarter and you just type in 20 and Back Project Moonshadow, you'll find it. I think we're 73 or 4% of the way there. We've only got like 15 days or something to finish. If you guys could support me in that, I would be very, very appreciative. That is going to be the backbone of the video games and the feature films that we're working on. So it's very important to get this book done and done right. And then finally, the year and a half we've been working on this documentary. I can't believe it, but Beyond Disclosure, the Corey Goode Files, finally is coming out of QC. It's not going to be available until the beginning of November. I'd hope to get it out before Halloween, but didn't quite make it. It's going to make a big difference, I think, in the community. They're going to understand a lot more about what our family has gone through. We do talk about the controversy, Gaia TV, the stalkers, just all the craziness. We do talk about that some, but it really focuses on my journey, going public, how it affected my family. My family, for the first time, tells their paranormal adventures and experiences, which have been numerous. I think they told dozens of stories, and just a tiny little bit of it made it into the documentary. So what you see in the documentary is just a little piece. So I have a little 1-minute clip of the documentary that I'll go ahead and show right now. I would love for you to make a comment in the comments about what you think.
First of all, who is Corey Goode?
There's been a lot of stories lately about Corey.
And Corey Goode has been one of my favorite guests on the show.
Corey Goode is the one insider I found whose testimony ties.
Now, according to Corey Goode.
Corey Goode.
Corey Goode.
Corey Goode. Corey Goode.
My kids just accepted it. They grew up with it.
You familiar with the idea of alien abduction?
Unfortunately. I felt like my life was really being turned upside down. My reality was completely changing.
Crazy times, right? Seems like everybody in the world has succumbed to end-time madness.
I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you've done and for risking your life.
Well, that was it. That was the 1-minute teaser. We have a few others that we'll be putting out soon. It's going to be coming out on, I believe, Apple TV. That's why we had to put it through Apple QC. It was crazy getting approved through that process. Amazon Prime and iTunes. And then not long after that, I believe we're going to be on Paramount and a few other places. And then after that, we'll go to the AdVods. We'll, iTunes, Tubi, Plato, and, there's a few others that it'll appear on at that point. So when that comes out, please share that with as many people as you can. It sets up our new series that we start shooting in November. It's called Contacted. It's going to be about myself and other people who have been contacted by this non-human intelligence. It's going to cover, the first episode will cover, the GATE and MyLab programs, Project Moonshadow. And then we'll get into the actual contact experiences of myself and other people, and kind of how we all interpret it a little bit differently. And the government's been studying that and us and manipulating us. So that's going to be a very excellent series. It looks like it's going to be 4 1-hour or 42-minute episodes at this point. That could change. But we're supposed to be completed with that. It's supposed to be out of post by April, May, and then be published. And on top of that, a paranormal company, production company in New York, myself, a showrunner that I met from Denver, who's done a lot of pretty interesting shows. We're working with a few stars, well-known people, to put together a TV show about, it's called Haunted Renovation. And it's going to be about people who have haunted houses, demon infestations, and all those sorts of things. And they're going to bring in people to renovate the home, and also people to come in and kick out the dark forces. And at the end, the homeowner decides if they're going to stay in the home, or if it's still haunted, or if they just have too many bad memories, they'll sell it. And we record, when they're renovating, we'll record all the ghost activity and all of that. That's going to be a great opportunity to educate people more about the afterlife, what's on the other side, and how not all of it is what it seems. So, that seems like it could go into production at the end of next year. So things are really rolling. This is exciting. We were withering on the vine, dying. A lot of people know we went into bankruptcy. We had all sorts of issues, just like a lot of people that work in the entertainment industry. But there's been some sort of pivot. Things are going to be rough for a little while, so your support is really appreciated. A lot of these projects, like documentaries, they don't pay out for like 5-6 months after being distributed. And, the person who funds the production of the film gets paid back first. So sometimes it can be even longer depending on how the film does. So, things are going good. Things are tight right now, but blasting off. So that is really what the mission is right now for me. And I know there's a lot of you who want me to keep communicating with this non-human intelligence and bringing information. I have pretty much come to the end of what it wanted me to deliver, the information. That information has been decimated and censored, so I'm redelivering it. So that's the mission. I'm redelivering the information. I'm educating people on what this phenomenon, what it really is. And it's taken me a decade to figure it out. And it's not what any of us really postulate or have created belief systems around. And I cannot wait to reveal it to everyone and educate everyone. So that is the mission. A lot of people have been asking, so we felt it was a good time for me to just kind of clear the air with a lot of people and their expectations. So I ask that you still please support my mission, even though it's shifted. It may not be exactly what you want it to be, or it may be what you've been hoping it to be. So we're going to have the ability to affect so many more people than just doing the small events. We're expanding out ascensionworks.tv. Please join. You can join there for free. Join ascensionworks.tv to follow a lot of our information. We're starting to bring in new people to do their own shows and put out their own content. So, if you could support ascensionworks.tv, it would be appreciated. But in the short term, please go to Kickstarter.com and check out 20 and Back Project Moonshadow. It's written by Andrew McCaslin. It's his first big gig writing a book. He's doing a great job. Of course, I also have Colin Palmer, who's a former Navy SEAL. He's working in the Middle East right now on a military security contract, and he's writing the feature film for Moonshadow, which is, of course, the feature film based on the book that we're doing for the Kickstarter campaign. So if you guys could go and help us get to 100%, I would be forever in your debt. Also, please give me feedback, what you think about the new mission. I know a lot of people, they hear you're doing films and games and all that. They think it's all about the money. It's not all about the money, but we're going to make money. We're definitely going to make money. We're going to make money. We're going to be prosperous. We're going to live well while doing our mission. And we're going to educate the world more about this non-human intelligence and these different other interdimensional beings that we're dealing with, the different aspects of it. We're going to help guide people through this drip disclosure that the government is currently doing. And we're going to do it all with a smile on our face. We're going to have a good time. Things are really opening up for us, especially in the unscripted shows. We have 4 other shows that we're working on. So we're going to be busy for the next few years doing that. And the scripted shows are coming along. Of course, the feature film script is being written. And the video game that I've talked so much about is a little bit on the back burner. Our game consultant, his name is James. I'll keep him private for now. In the spring, he was in a really bad car accident and had some serious damage, traumatic brain injury and spinal injury. It was really a bad situation, and we're praying for him that he recovers and makes a full recovery, and we can start working on the gaming side of things again. So I think I covered about everything. If people want to do podcasts with me or radio shows, contact us. The best way to reach us now is info@disclosurecomics.com. I will come back online here in the next week or so when we get a final publication date for Beyond Disclosure, the Corey Good files. So please stay tuned, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. I hope everyone is happy to know more about how my mission has pivoted, how things have changed, and what the future holds. So hopefully no one will be confused about my actions moving forward. Everything's on the table. I hope that you're going to support me and the mission, and just imagine, we've seen what's happened in this community of people, waking up and their lives being changed. Hopefully we can do that on a global level. You can be a part of it by supporting us. And if you want to be more involved, then, there's ways to do that as well. So info@disclosurecomics.com. Thank you guys very much. I love you guys for all of your support, continued support through all the nastiness that's occurred over the last decade with trolls and paid trolls and cyber stalking, death threats, complete crazy disinformation campaign about me, David, and others that has gone around. All of that will be straightened out in some of these future projects. But for now, thank you. And I appreciate you supporting our mission. Take care.